Could you imagine life before the wheel? Of course not. Our entire world revolves around it. Now, imagine being an early investor in something as groundbreaking as the wheel. Introducing Global Air Cylinder Wheels. This company is set to reinvent the wheel, entering the multi-billion-dollar tire market. Gone are the days of pollutive rubber tires. Global Air Cylinder Wheels offer a better performing, eco-friendly, and cost-effective alternative that's revolutionizing the industry. No more burying or burning old tires. These air suspension wheels are changing the game. From construction to mining, automotive to armored vehicles, and wheelchairs to bicycles, the potential is immense. And it's not just us saying it. Time magazine awarded Global Air Cylinder Wheels as one of the best inventions of 2023. It's time to reinvent the wheel. Your investment can help reshape the tire industry. Call now to learn more about the Global Air Cylinder Wheels investment opportunity.
On today's episode, we're talking about an age-old invention that's getting a modern makeover, the wheel. While the wheel itself hasn't changed much over the years, one company has managed to reinvent it for the 21st century. Stronger, safer, eco-friendly, and more cost-efficient. This new technology is set to revolutionize everything on wheels, from wheelchairs to mining trucks. Investing in a company who has successfully reinvented the wheel is worth looking into.
Welcome to America's Next Investment, a new era of investing.
Welcome to America's Next Investment. I'm Louise Houghton, and I'm here to discuss how you can invest in a company who has reinvented the wheel, literally. So, join me as we explore the world of investing in innovation. Stick around, because America's Next Investment is about to show you how you could be part of shaping the future, one wheel at a time.
Hello, I'm Harman van Kamp with Global Air Cylinder Wheels. Our mission is to give our customers the safest and most eco-friendly mobility possible whilst being cost-effective. We hold over 50 issued patents, which is a well-protected patent portfolio with currently no direct competitors. Time magazine awarded us as one of the best inventions for a reason. Our vision is to reinvent the wheel, literally.
I'm sitting down now with Harman van Kamp, who is one of the co-founders of Global Air Cylinder Wheels. Harman, thank you for your time today. I'm so excited to dive into this conversation with you.
Thank you for the invitation, Louis.
Of course. Shall we start by hearing a little bit more about how you got involved with this company in the first place?
Absolutely. So my background is international business and business development. I did work in mining for a while. And through a mutual friend, I met the inventor of this product, Dr. Zoltan Kemeny. He's from Hungary. And his idea was to reinvent the wheel. Where he got it from is he saw a tire fire and realizing that basically with tires you throw away 95% of the product after its useful life. So he always wants to improve on these efficiencies. I really thought, well, really, does the wheel need to be reinvented? I started asking around a little bit in the industry, and it turns out that tires are very costly, very environmentally damaging, and actually not that safe because of overheating and explosions and punctures that happen to them. So that made it really interesting for me, and I dove into it, and now after co-founding the company with him, I do everything but the engineering, really. So a little bit of legal, but also the business development, of course. So officially I'm CMO within the company. There's a whole team behind it, of course.
And where are you from? I'm hearing an accent here.
Oh yeah, just a little bit. Well, I'm a fellow European, just like you. I'm from Amsterdam in the Netherlands.
Okay. And the co-founder as well is also not from this side of the world.
That's correct. He's from Budapest, from Hungary, yeah.
So a very international team then with Global Air Cylinder Wheels.
Absolutely.
Makes sense with the name.
Yeah. Well, we are based out of Phoenix, Arizona, but obviously you can imagine mining, it's a global industry. But yeah, we've got people all over the world working together with us and for us.
So tell us a bit more about why we need to reinvent the wheel.
So tires are really a big issue because of safety, environment, and they're very costly. First, the safety problem. Many people don't realize that a lot of accidents and incidents, for example, even on over the road with trucks and cars, are tire related. Everyone must have seen bits and pieces of rubber tires along the road. Well, when a tire explodes on a truck, it becomes uncontrollable and causes a lot of accidents. Now we're in mining at this moment, even though the technology is applicable to wheelchairs and bicycles. But in mining, it's even a bigger problem because they run machines 24/7. The tires overheat, they can puncture, they can explode, and it has a big effect on production because when a truck is down, you can't move your ore around anymore. So that's why we focused on mining first. Then you have the environment after its useful life. You're only using a couple of percent, the outer part of the wheel. The tire gets literally scrapped. Sometimes they even burn them. They end up in the oceans. They throw them in pits. They're very difficult to recycle. But you need to understand a rubber tire is not made out of just rubber. It's only about 20% which is rubber. And there's 22, 23 different other components and chemicals in that rubber tire, many of them very harmful, to give the tire all the characteristics that it needs. There's one product in particular in there, carbon black, which is keeping all that stuff together, and that's what makes it so damaging. And even when they decompose, the chemicals leaching from it are very damaging to nature and the environment. We very strongly believe we're at this early stage of the revolution in tires. So we want to give every investor the opportunity to come in early. And remember, it's $500 billion business or industry annually, and we're happy with 1%. So we want to share that with all our investors and really be part of that community. We already have over 3,500 investors, so the more the merrier.
Since the 1800s, tyre technology has undergone remarkable transformations. From solid rubber tyres to the pneumatic tyre revolution, each era brought new advancements. The 20th century saw the rise of radical tyres and the beginning of the run-flat technology in the early 2000s, addressing safety and performance concerns. As environmental awareness grew in the 21st century, tyre manufacturers focused on sustainability, introducing more eco-friendly compounds and recycling initiatives. However, the pinnacle of tyre evolution arrives with global air cylinder wheels. These innovative air suspension wheels offer unparalleled performance and sustainability, poised to redefine the industry. With their potential applications spanning various sectors, from wheelchairs to mining vehicles, global air cylinder wheels herald a new chapter in tyre technology, promising a safer, greener, and more cost-effective future. Call now to learn more about the global air cylinder wheels investment opportunity. So tell me a bit more about how this technology actually works.
So we have this wheel. This is the skeleton, so this is on the inside of the wheel. This is the actual 3D printed version of the mining wheel that we've tested on the site. It's an outer drum, which is made out of steel, and an inner rim. So we replace everything from the axle outwards. On mine sites, it's the rim, the tire, and sometimes the chains they use. In between, you have air cylinders that will give you the deflection and the suspension as what you would need from a rubber tire. Now, because we brought the suspension system to the inside, all the flexibility happens there instead of on the part where you actually hit the ground. Now, when a rock hits a tire, it really impacts the rubber, and it can explode or it can rupture. Here you have an outer drum with the flexibility happening on the inside. So it really protects the vehicle and the wheel from not breaking.
So even if there was an impact and this outer rubber was to split, it doesn't actually cause the car to go off balance too much?
Correct, because you're not doing really anything to the cylinders. And on the outside here, this is the beauty, that's a good point you're bringing up. These are individually replaceable treads. So if you do damage a part of the wheel, you only replace that piece and not the entire wheel or not the entire treading of this. So that's again cost efficiency, and it's easy to replace because for mining we have bolt-on, bolt-off systems. It takes 10 minutes with the machine, you take them off, you put them back on again, and off you go. So we don't want to stop that production from happening.
Fantastic, but they will wear down in the same way that a tire wears down just from miles of usage on the road.
Yes and no, it will wear down. However, because you got far less flexibility on it, and because any heat buildup gets dissipated into the steel, the wear of it is 4, 5, 6 times slower than what you'd see on a rubber tire. Because now we are not constrained by all these necessities you have to have for a rubber tire. We can use different materials that are more resilient, better hardness, different compounds. So we can really get very creative with what's on the outside because we're not constrained by the deflection you need of the material.
I love that it takes longer to wear down. I was actually just at the garage the other week and they were telling me that I needed new tires and they still had 50% tread left on them. So again, this is kind of like upselling because they want to make money, but it wasn't that my car actually needed them. Is this something that you kind of hope to see yourselves going in the future, being able to work with cars and other bikes and wheelchairs and everything at the same time?
Oh, absolutely. People don't realize, many people don't know this, but we scrap nearly 2 billion tires every single year. Do you have any idea where they end up?
In the oceans and in a landfill.
It's crazy. So we really need to change that. So that's really our big part of our mission. Not only safety is a big thing, the environment is a big thing. Down the road, absolutely, for trucks, buses, cars, that's probably the biggest market. And one last thing on that one, we're going into the EV market now, so with the electrical vehicles. These vehicles are much heavier than the internal combustion engines, and they will actually wear your tires off 40% quicker than your current tire.
Could you imagine life before the wheel? Of course not. Our entire world revolves around it. Now, imagine being an early investor in something as groundbreaking as the wheel. Introducing Global Air Cylinder Wheels. This company is set to reinvent the wheel, entering the multi-billion-dollar tire market. Gone are the days of pollutive rubber tires. Global Air Cylinder Wheels offer a better performing, eco-friendly, and cost-effective alternative that's revolutionizing the industry. No more burying or burning old tires. These air suspension wheels are changing the game. From construction to mining, automotive to armored vehicles, and wheelchairs to bicycles, the potential is immense. And it's not just us saying it. Time magazine awarded Global Air Cylinder Wheels as one of the best inventions of 2023. It's time to reinvent the wheel. Your investment can help reshape the tire industry. Call now to learn more about the Global Air Cylinder Wheels investment opportunity.
So I'm guessing that you already have a 5-10-year plan in mind. Tell me a little bit more about where you see yourselves in 5 years, which kind of vehicles you see yourselves being able to be implemented into after you've moved on from mining.
That's a great question. So we're very, very close in getting the wheels done for the mining industry. We believe that we're in the final phase of R&D, and we really think that we can have a product ready by the first quarter of next year. So that's really fast, particularly for the mining industry and considering the size that we're dealing with. We have made prototypes for wheelchairs already. We've tried it on cars. We like to look for partners there because it's a very licensable product. In fact, we have over 55 patents now issued already. Yeah, we're proud of it. Actually, Zoltan is written and co-written over 300 of them already in all kinds of fields, but one of them obviously the wheels. So where do we see ourselves in 5 to 10 years? For other industries such as the cars and the buses, we really look for partners, joint ventures. And the particular reason for that is you really want to understand well the regulations and how it affects the car and the vehicle dynamics. And we make the wheel, but you need to work together with other companies to get it there. Wheelchairs work fantastically well. We made some quick proof of concepts. We just can't focus on everything at the same time, but it's definitely going to be in the pipeline.
I imagine that makes the journey a little smoother for the person sitting in the wheelchair as well, having this kind of technology.
Oh, it made a huge difference. It's so much softer because you're really adding on that suspension on the inside. Better traction. I really encourage you, to see the videos how we do that. It's easy to get into bumps. You can go through gravel. We've done videos. There you go over wet grass up a slope, and a normal wheelchair can do it, and we just wheeled up. It's a bigger change. I'm not an engineer myself, so when I saw those videos, I really realized, wow, what an eye-opener. This is the reinvention of the wheel.
Yeah, and what a huge impact it can have for many people and their enjoyment and their safety as well.
Thinking about it, there's not a person that will not be affected in a positive way by this product, whether it's the people in the wheelchairs, everyone owns a car, or in mining. The patents are constructed and the product is made in such a way that the technology is applicable to any wheel type on any vehicle type. So really open your mind, and probably the answer is yes, we can. We very strongly believe we're at this early stage of the revolution in tires. So we want to give every investor the opportunity to come in early. And remember, it's $500 billion business or industry annually, and we're happy with 1%. So we want to share that with all our investors and really be part of that community. We already have over 3,500 investors, so the more the merrier.
Have you ever considered something alternative to air-inflated tires? Have you seen some of these alternatives?
Those are a lot of things to try to put into one tire. And if you also say, and it can't have air, this is hard.
You can't figure out an airless tire?
I'm not saying there won't be such a thing. I think there will be.
I've seen prototypes. I've never seen one on an actual car in real life.
Introducing Global Air Cylinder Wheels. This company is set to reinvent the wheel, entering the multi-billion-dollar tire market.
The air suspension wheel is an innovative technological advancement over the traditional rubber OTR mining tire.
As an engineer, I immediately thought, wow, one obvious and simple idea.
I truly believe that these cylinder wheels will make significant change in the tire market itself.
This company had literally reinvented the wheel.
And raises the bar in safety standards, fuel efficiency, and cost savings over the life of the mining vehicle.
I see great opportunities for cars, mining equipment, wheelchairs, bicycles.
This is my biggest single company investment and generates huge excitement for me.
I found this to be change worth investing in.
Who wouldn't want to invest in the company that reinvented the wheel?
So this is a great opportunity for any investor looking for both a huge financial opportunity as well as doing something good for the planet.
Thanks to the entire Global Air Cylinder Wheel team, we've reinvented the wheel.
And why are patents so important for you at this stage within your technological development?
Look, we're really in a David and Goliath situation here. We're up against these big tire OEMs, and we're a company, a startup, that really changes a whole industry. And they may or may not like that. So we really need to protect our technology. So we have hired one of the best engineering firms turned lawyers, and we've constructed a whole patent portfolio globally depending on how industrious a country is and how many mines they have. And we need to protect that. Also because you want to be able to license these deals. So there's multi ways of, getting revenue out of these wheels. Obviously we can sell them, but also industry dependent, we want to license them out to different industries.
Tell me a bit more about your team then, because I know you've got a very established set of people that you're working with already.
Oh, absolutely. So the co-founder is Dr. Zoltan Kemeny. He is a very prolific inventor. He's done so many things from seismology to reinvention of the wheel and many other projects. He has 40 years or nearly 45 years of experience in engineering, so he's really the brains behind this. And when I want to describe him, I always describe him to people as he just looks at the world differently. He just sees inefficiencies and looks at things, hey, that should be better. The worst thing you can actually say is don't reinvent the wheel, because it stops innovation in its tracks. He doubts everything always and comes up with these great ideas that sometimes sound so out of the box and then turn out to work out really, really well. So he is the chief engineer and co-founder. Then we have the CTO. He's actually Brazilian, so we're really a global team. He worked in vehicle dynamics for over 30 years. We have a COO who has 25 years experience in rims, tires, and selling and implementing products into the mining industry. He's Australian. And then we have a couple of senior engineers. One of them is actually Danish, and he helps us with data collection and making the drawings and really finding out what we're doing is the right thing and getting the product to the right result.
Well, it sounds like you've got a very international team there, which seems perfect for the company. Tell me a bit more about the growth strategy then for Global Air Cylinder Wheels.
So at the moment, we're 100% focused on R&D. We have to get what you call the minimal viable product at MVP, and we need to get the product to the finish line, which we expect to have with this year still. Then we have in the pipeline quite a few tier 1 global mining companies ready to jump into this product. It just makes such a big difference for them. As said, from the environment to safety to production. Then we will have definitely attracted some attention from other industries as well, and then we're going to be looking into the other industries to have implementation there.
Could you imagine life before the wheel? Of course not. Our entire world revolves around it. Now, imagine being an early investor in something as groundbreaking as the wheel. Introducing Global Air Cylinder Wheels. This company is set to reinvent the wheel, entering the multi-billion-dollar tire market. Gone are the days of pollutive rubber tires. Global Air Cylinder Wheels offer a better performing, eco-friendly, and cost-effective alternative that's revolutionizing the industry. No more burying or burning old tires. These air suspension wheels are changing the game. From construction to mining, automotive to armored vehicles, and wheelchairs to bicycles, the potential is immense. And it's not just us saying it. Time magazine awarded global air cylinder wheels as one of the best inventions of 2023. It's time to reinvent the wheel. Your investment can help reshape the tire industry. Call now to learn more about the global air cylinder wheels investment opportunity.
Welcome back to today's episode of America's Next Investment. We are sitting down with Harman van Kamp, who's one of the co-founders for Global Air Cylinder Wheels. And we're diving in to talk so much about this technology, which we've already seen is fantastic. I'd love to hear a bit more about the inspiration behind the idea in the first place, though.
Yeah, so the other co-founder, Zoltan Kemeny, he was really inspired when he was working in a different project in Germany and he saw a tire fire. And he decided it has to be different. And he went back into time and just realized where did it go wrong and how can we make this so much different. It's a completely redesign of the wheel, and yeah, that's how we ended up here.
So who are the customer and the target market?
The product and the technology and the design can be adopted to any wheel type, to any vehicle type. So it's not limited to mining that we do. The first designs were done for wheelchairs and for bicycles. We did try them on cars, but be really open-minded from trucks and buses to rickshaws to bicycles and anything really.
So basically anything that has wheels then?
You're absolutely right.
Let's talk a little bit more about the market opportunity with Global Air Cylinder Wheels though.
It's enormous. Its global tire market is $504 billion a year. It's insanely large.
That's current?
Yes, that's current. Yeah, absolutely.
So what kind of percentage of the global market share do you hope to have?
We're happy with 1%, but because it's such a breakthrough technology, we're very convinced going into these different industries, it will be adopted for so many different industries and different products and different vehicles. Absolutely.
What kind of positive traction do you have to back up that at this initial stage?
Last year, actually, in the Time magazine, we received an award for being one of the best inventions in the sustainability category, which is a huge recognition, of course.
It's a huge recognition. Congratulations. And I'm sure that that kind of accolade is really going to help you as you move forward as well. Well, talking of moving forward then, what are your short-term goals?
Short-term goals is getting the mining wheel done. We believe we're in the final stages, the little nitty-gritty things of the R&D that has to be done. We're reinventing the wheel, so it's not a small thing. So there's a lot of things to think of, and the devil's always in the detail. But the problems that we need to solve are getting smaller and smaller, and we're really getting to the point that the wheel is ready to go.
What do you think about long-term goals?
Well, then we get the mining going. As I said, we have engagement with a lot of big mining companies already. Then we really see and hope that we're going to get some traction going in other industries. I would love to do something with the wheelchairs, just, you know, not only because it's a great product, but it helps the people so much. Other industries, such as for cars and buses and trucks or bicycles, would be a typical license deal. We don't need to reinvent how that works on that typical product or the vehicle, but we license that out and they can take it from there and adapt the product and the technology for that vehicle.
Since the 1800s, tyre technology has undergone remarkable transformations. From solid rubber tyres to the pneumonic tyre revolution, each era brought new advancements. The 20th century saw the rise of radical tyres and the beginning of the run-flat technology in the early 2000s, addressing safety and performance concerns. As environmental awareness grew in the 21st century, tyre manufacturers focused on sustainability, introducing more eco-friendly compounds and recycling initiatives. However, the pinnacle of tyre evolution arrives with Global Air Cylinder Wheels. These innovative air suspension wheels offer unparalleled performance and sustainability, poised to redefine the industry. With their potential applications spanning various sectors, from wheelchairs to mining vehicles, Global Air Cylinder Wheels herald a new chapter in tyre technology, promising a safer, greener, and more cost-effective future. Call now to learn more about the Global Air Cylinder Wheels investment opportunity. And so let's talk about the investment opportunity that we have on the table then, because all of this sounds fantastic to me and I can't wait to see how you grow. But what about the investors who are sitting watching at home? What's in it for them?
We very strongly believe we're at this early stage of a revolution in tires. It's a bit like the electrical vehicles 5-6 years ago. No one believed in it, and look how big it is now. We're still at that very early stage. So we want to give every investor the opportunity to come in early. And remember, it's $500 billion business or industry annually. And with only 1%, we have a pretty good business already. So we want to share that with all our investors and really be part of that community. We already have over 3,500 investors, so the more the merrier.
Come on board, join the family. Well, they say, don't they, that the two most important things on a vehicle is the actual engine, and then of course tires is secondary. You can't go very far if you haven't got good tires, and it seems like these ones are not only eco-friendly, they're also much more efficient, they're much safer.
Well, a good point you're making here. When you look at the electrical vehicle, they've reinvented almost every part of it, except for the tires. And that's where we come in.
Well, with that said, how big do you think the global air cylinder wheels can actually be?
We already have very, very good traction, but we do believe we can be really, really big and have an impact on so many different industries. It's really limitless.
Well, it's been such a pleasure talking to you today, Harman. Is there anything that you'd like to say to our audience personally before we end things up today?
Absolutely. I would love to have you all on board, join the company through your investment and be part of this big revolution. Call the number on the screen and we'll be waiting for your call.
Well, you heard it from Harman. If you're interested to learn more about global air cylinder wheels, then all you need to do is call the number on the screen. One of our team will be there to tell you more information. Thanks so much, Harman. It's been such a pleasure today.
Thank you for the invitation.
Have you ever considered something alternative to air-inflated tires? Have you seen some of these alternatives?
There's a lot of things to try to put into one tire. And if you also say, and it can't have air, this is hard.
You can't figure out an airless tire?
I'm not saying there won't be such a thing. I think there will be.
I've seen prototypes. I've never seen one on an actual car in physical, in real life.
Introducing Global Air Cylinder Wheels. This company is set to reinvent the wheel, entering the multi-billion-dollar tire market.
The air suspension wheel is an innovative technological advancement over the traditional rubber OTR mining tire.
As an engineer, I immediately thought, wow, one obvious and simple idea.
I truly believe that these cylinder wheels will make significant change in the tire market itself.
This company had literally reinvented the wheel.
And raises the bar in safety standards, fuel efficiency, and cost savings over the life of the mining vehicle.
I see great opportunities for cars, mining equipment, wheelchairs, bicycles.
This is my biggest single company investment and generates huge excitement for me.
I found this to be change worth investing in.
Who wouldn't want to invest in the company that reinvented the wheel?
So this is a great opportunity for any investor looking for both a huge financial opportunity as well as doing something good for the planet.
Thanks to the entire Global Air Cylinder Wheel team, we've reinvented the wheel.
Once a rubber tire has outlived its usefulness, old tires are often left in landfills, buried or burned, releasing harmful chemicals and heavy metals into water and air. Global Air Cylinder Wheels has reinvented the wheel by introducing an eco-friendly and cost-effective alternative to the extremely pollutive rubber tire. Amidst these environmental challenges emerges a beacon of innovation, the air suspension wheel. This technology could redefine the future of tires. Investing in global air cylinder wheels isn't just investing in a product, it's investing in an eco-friendly future, a potential avenue for passive income. Picture yourself saying, I invested in the company that reinvented the wheel. Want to seize this opportunity? All you need to do is call the number on your screen. I'm Louise Houghton, and until next time, this is America's Next Investment.